She was 21 and scared to death, holding that test with a trembling breath. The father walked away without a word, leaving silence where promises were heard. She sat alone on a worn-out bed, with 1,000 worries racing through her head. But when she touched her growing belly that night, she whispered softly, "We'll be alright." I may not have much to give, but I'll spend every day I live building a world where you can dream. Even when life ain't what it seems, I'll carry the weight, I'll weather the storms. You'll always be safe in my strongest arms. And when my strength feels almost gone, my love for you will carry on. Double shifts and overdue bills, coffee cups and climbing hills, hand-me-downs and second-hand shoes, making miracles with what she could use. Some nights supper was beans and bread. She hid her tears after you went to bed, but every morning she'd wear a smile to make your hard road lighter by a mile. I may not have much to give, but I'll spend every day I live building a world where you can dream. Even when life ain't what it seems, I'll carry the weight, I'll weather the storms. You'll always be safe in my strongest arms. And when my strength feels almost gone, my love for you will carry on. First day of school with your tiny backpack, you turned and waved and she waved back, trying not to cry as you walked away, wondering where all the years would stray. Science fairs and baseball games, report cards covered in your name. She cheered the loudest in every crowd. You were her reason to stand so proud. Then came the day in a black cap and gown. She sat in the crowd and looked around, remembering rent checks and sleepless nights, praying she'd somehow get things right. When they called your name across that stage, she'd turned another precious page, and through her tears she softly said, "Look how far we've come instead." A few years later, dressed in white, you glowed beneath the wedding lights. She watched you dance with the one you chose, thinking how quickly a garden grows. Then one spring morning you called to say, "Mom, there's someone on the way." Her heart returned to years long past, and she laughed through tears that fell so fast. I may not have had much to give, but look at the life we've got to live. Every sacrifice and sleepless night brought us here to this beautiful light. I carried the weight, I'll weather the storms. You grew up safe in my strongest arms, and now I see as your child smiles, love keeps walking for miles and miles. She holds her grandbaby close that day, while her daughter softly says, "Mom, I finally understand how you gave me everything you had." 3 generations hand in hand, proof that love can build and stand. In the strongest arms she'd ever known were the ones that helped her daughter grow.